Hello, wonderful learners. Do you ever wonder how successful people start their day? Well, today you'll learn simple phrases you can use every single day to talk about your morning in English. So stick with us until the end because we have a special question for you.
Okay.
So, Arthur, good morning. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Emily. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. And you know what? I had a really nice morning today.
Oh, really? That's wonderful. I think our morning routine really sets the tone for the whole day, don't you think?
Absolutely. I completely agree. If you start your day well, everything else just feels easier. So, Emily, I'm curious. What time do you usually wake up?
Well, I have to be honest, I'm definitely a morning person. I usually wake up at 6 a.m., sometimes even earlier, around 5:30.
Wow, 6 a.m. That's quite early. I have to admit, I'm not as disciplined as you. I usually wake up around 7 a.m., sometimes 7:30.
Hey, that's still a good time. Everyone has their own rhythm, right? The important thing is that you wake up feeling ready for the day.
That's true. So tell me, what's the very first thing you do when you wake up?
The very first thing. Well, when my alarm goes off, I have to admit, let me guess, I sometimes hit the snooze button once, just once. Then I sit up in bed, stretch my arms, and take a few deep breaths.
Only once? I'm impressed. I used to hit snooze 3 or 4 times before. But I've gotten better. Now, after I wake up, I immediately open my curtains to let the sunlight in.
Oh, that's such a good habit. Natural light really helps you wake up, doesn't it?
Exactly. It tells my body, hey, it's time to start the day. So, what do you do after you stretch?
Well, I get out of bed and make my bed right away. It's a small thing, but it makes me feel productive immediately.
That's actually really smart. I've heard that making your bed is one of the best habits to develop. I have to confess, though, I don't always make my bed right away. Sometimes I do it after breakfast.
That's okay. At least you do it. Some people never make their bed at all.
That's true. So, after making your bed, do you exercise?
Yes, I do some light exercise. Nothing too intense, just about 10 or 15 minutes. I usually do some yoga stretches or maybe a quick workout video.
That's great. Exercise in the morning really boosts your energy, right?
Definitely. It wakes up my whole body. What about you, Arthur? Do you exercise in the morning?
Well, not every day, I have to admit, but I try to do it at least 3 or 4 times a week. I prefer to go for a short walk or do some basic stretches. I'm not as energetic as you in the morning.
Hey, 3 or 4 times a week is excellent. Consistency is more important than perfection.
Thanks, Emily. So, after exercise, I'm guessing you take a shower?
Yes, exactly. I take a nice warm shower. It helps me feel fresh and ready. I usually spend about 10 or 15 minutes in the bathroom. Shower, brush my teeth, wash my face, all of that.
Same here. I always take a shower in the morning. I can't start my day without it. And I always brush my teeth, of course. That's non-negotiable.
Absolutely. Brushing teeth is essential. Do you shave every morning?
Not every single morning, but most mornings, yes. It depends on my schedule. If I have important meetings or I'm recording a podcast, like today, then yes, definitely.
Makes sense. Okay, so after you're all clean and fresh, what's next? Do you get dressed right away?
Usually, yes. I pick out my clothes and get dressed. I try to keep it simple. I don't want to spend too much time deciding what to wear. What about you?
Oh, same. I actually plan my outfit the night before. That way, I don't waste time in the morning thinking about it.
Wow, that's really organized. I should try that.
You should. It saves so much time and mental energy.
So, Emily, here's the big question. What do you have for breakfast?
Ah, breakfast, my favorite meal. I always have breakfast. Always. I can't skip it. Usually, I have something simple but healthy. Maybe oatmeal with fruits, or scrambled eggs with toast, or sometimes a smoothie bowl.
That sounds delicious and healthy. I'm a bit different. I usually have something quick, often just coffee and toast with butter, or maybe cereal with milk.
Just coffee and toast? Don't you get hungry later?
Yes, actually. That's why I always bring a snack to work, maybe a banana or some nuts. I'm still working on building better breakfast habits.
That's okay. The important thing is that you're aware of it. Small changes over time make a big difference.
That's right. And how long do you spend eating breakfast?
Usually about 15 to 20 minutes. I like to sit down and eat slowly. I don't like rushing. Sometimes I listen to a podcast or read the news while I eat.
That's nice. I try to do the same, but honestly, I often eat quite quickly, especially on busy mornings.
I get it. We all have those busy mornings. Do you drink coffee or tea in the morning?
Coffee. Definitely coffee. I'm a total coffee person. I can't function without my morning coffee. What about you?
I like both, actually, but in the morning I usually prefer tea, green tea or sometimes chamomile tea. Coffee sometimes makes me feel too jittery.
That makes sense. Everyone's different. So, after breakfast, do you do anything else before you start work or leave the house?
Well, yes. I usually check my phone for any important messages or emails, and I make a quick to-do list for the day. It helps me feel organized and prepared.
A to-do list. That's smart. I should really do that more often. I usually just check my calendar to see what meetings or appointments I have.
That's good too. At least you're planning your day. And what time do you usually leave the house or start working?
If I'm going to the office, I try to leave around 8:30 or 9 a.m. If I'm working from home, I start around 9 a.m. What about you?
Pretty similar. I usually start my day around 9 or 9:30, so my whole morning routine takes about 3 hours or so.
From 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.? Yes, 3 hours. That's a nice, relaxed morning. Mine is a bit shorter, about 2 hours from 7 to 9.
2 hours is still good. You have time to do everything you need. You know, Arthur, I think having a morning routine really makes a difference.
I completely agree. Even if it's simple, having some structure in the morning helps you feel more in control of your day.
Exactly. And for our listeners, I want to say your morning routine doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be like anyone else's routine.
That's so true, Emily. Just find what works for you. Maybe you wake up at 5 a.m., maybe at 8 a.m. Maybe you exercise, maybe you don't. The important thing is to be consistent.
Yes, consistency is key. And you know what? Our listeners are probably thinking about their own morning routines right now.
I hope so. And actually, that brings us to our question of the day.
Okay, our question of the day. What time do you wake up? And what's the first thing you do in the morning?
Yes, we really want to know. Please leave a comment and tell us about your morning routine. Do you wake up early or late? Do you exercise? What do you eat for breakfast?
We love reading your comments, and we try to respond to as many as we can. Your stories inspire us and help other learners too.
And if you enjoyed today's episode, please don't forget to like this podcast and subscribe to our channel, English with Arthur and Emily. It helps us so much.
Remember, practice makes perfect. Try to use some of these phrases when talking about your morning routine in English.
And don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how we actually learn.
Until next time, keep learning, keep practicing, and have a wonderful day.